What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Road to 300 subscribers, of course. In today's video, I'm just gonna be talking to y'all because I can't really think of an idea right now. And I see a lot of YouTubers or popular YouTubers talking about what's wrong with the NBA. The NBA fans are just hating on the NBA. Fans don't do it justice. At the same time, I could understand those analogies, and then you got the old heads hating on the new NBA, saying it's not fun to watch, like their era was so much better, because I'm pretty sure people at the moment watching the NBA at that time felt the same way about going back to the 90s, where the 2000s weren't like the 90s, or the 2010, like people are saying the 2020s aren't like the 2010s. Like, it's just a different era for everybody. Like, people growing up on the sport now, like I grew up on the sport in the 2010s, and now I just watch it for fun now. But people are always gonna criticize the NBA. It doesn't really matter. But if you got their so-called analysts criticizing the NBA, how else are you supposed to get this sport to keep growing as a global phenom that it already is? Like, you got former players, Charles Barkley, Shaq, those two obvious players. You got Kenny Smith saying everybody in the 80s used to dribble like Kyrie. When I saw that clip, I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Yeah, go look up Kenny Smith dribbling highlights and tell me if he's dribbling like Kyrie. When somebody said Kyrie's the best ball handler ever, there's a reason why niggas is saying that, and not you, Kenny the Jet Smith. I don't mean to disrespect Kenny, but it just really doesn't make sense at all why old people, or not even old people, the older generations continue to hate on the NBAs today. Like, if you really think about it, the NBA now is the most talented it's ever been, and that's why people say it's not fun, in my opinion, because you got Curry obviously shooting from half court still. You got LeBron still being LeBron at 40 years old. Nobody else was moving at, none of these old heads was moving like this at 40. And then you got old basketball players criticizing LeBron like he wasn't playing, like you didn't play against him. I'm pretty sure Rasheed Wallace said some shit where LeBron wouldn't be able to do that in his era, and LeBron literally did it in your era. So what the hell are you talking about? It makes no sense why you would say some shit just to bash LeBron, and that goes on for a number of reasons. Like, you got players like Cade Cunningham leading the Detroit Pistons back to glory. They're going to be a playoff team this year. Nobody talks about the Pistons. None of this NBA media, none of these so-called analysts speak highly on the Pistons. They just talk about whether the Lakers are going to be a championship threat or not, which I don't know if we should base your opinion off basketball, or if you know the sport, on if you think the Lakers are going to be a championship team every year, and you're talking about the same shit. Like, I've yet to hear any of the NBA media analysts talk about the Knicks not being able to be a top 3 or even a top 4 team in the NBA this season. They're like 1-10. So why isn't media coverage talking about that, but they're talking about the Lakers? It makes no sense. And you got these NBA media talking about nobody is scared of the Oklahoma City Thunder because they're a young team. What, bro? Are you serious? Seeing that quote the other day, it just made me mad. Because what do you mean you're not going to respect the team because they're young, and just shit on them like they didn't get where they were supposed to go by hard work and talent? So when I hear media shit on the Oklahoma City Thunder, that just shows me that you don't watch the sport. Like, I don't know. Like, yes, they lost to Anthony Edwards, and that was one hell of a game, and they played their fucking butt off. The rookie Terrence Shannon Jr., I'm pretty sure media doesn't even know who the fuck that is. And they're supposed to be covering the sport extensively for fans like us, because I'm a fan too. For us to enjoy the game and learn more about the players, you're going to have to deep dive, do research for yourself like I did. But I'm a diehard fan. I'm pretty sure I will people's names that I shouldn't be able to know. But that's the point. Like, there's nobody talking about any other teams. It's just the Lakers. And people who are hating on Jason Tatum. Yes, Jason Tatum could be inconsistent, but I barely see his name pop up in the conversation at all. just Embiid. I saw some shit where Stephen A. Smith. I was about to say somebody. Stephen A. Smith said Joel Embiid should retire. What did you not learn your lesson when you said that shit about Kyrie Irving, and then now Kyrie Irving is leading the Dallas Mavericks right now, and it doesn't make sense. Yes, Embiid has been hurt almost all of his career, but when Embiid is healthy, Embiid is one of a top 7, top 6 player in the league. So why the fuck would he retire now? He still has more to accomplish, and I'm pretty sure he feels that way too. So I just don't understand why people. I don't know why media analysts in general bash the players, because y'all wouldn't have jobs if the players weren't doing their jobs. So I don't understand. And then from the fans' perspective, yes, I feel like they're going too hard on. I don't feel like they're going too hard at all. That's what you call being a diehard fan. You want to see your sport, or the sport you support your whole life, thrive, and you feel like if it's not interesting enough, if you feel like it's not interesting, turn that shit off. First of all, like, I know what I do when I don't want to watch a bad game, a blowout, or whatever. I don't watch it. I go turn on some television. I turn on some Netflix. So why are you forcing yourself to watch a game that you don't enjoy just to criticize it? It makes no sense whatsoever. And then you see Instagram comments talking about, and first of all, Instagram comments don't know ball at all. Like, I don't know. And then you got Twitter people talking about whatever the fuck they want to talk about just to sound right for some likes. And then the highest amount of likes you get, it's the more that people are going to dick ride to your opinion, in my opinion, basically. Because not always having the highest amount of likes means anything when it comes to talking about a sport or talking about anything in general. Like, I don't know, but there's a lot of people that don't watch enough ball, in my opinion, that criticize this sport in general. Like, I bet you if you tell a random casual fan to name his top 5 players, it's not gonna name, or not even that, name a player from each decade that you liked, and I bet you're not gonna have him criticize his game at all. Like, you're just gonna dick ride the whole time. So why talk about the NBA now for no reason at all, when they're still trying to make a product for the younger generation coming up, the generation after me, or before, I don't know. But yeah, the generation after me, who are in their early 10s, 9. I started to watch the sport when I was like 8 or 7. But the upcoming generation, they're trying to make this sport go on for decades and decades until we're not alive anymore. So I don't know. I just feel like the NBA is always going to be criticized differently than any other sport. So I don't take too much into the hating aspect of the NBA. I just enjoy basketball, I guess, and I think y'all should all too. I got some videos right here. If you enjoyed this video you just watched, video on the right, video on the left, and click on it.